Gnome auction gone wild. My neighborhood is usually a pretty quiet place, with the most excitement being Mrs. Thompson's cat getting stuck on the Johnsons' roof once a month. So, when the community decided to organize a garage sale, it seemed like a nice way to clear out some old junk and maybe chat with folks I usually just wave to while mowing the lawn. The morning of the sale, I set up my table with an assortment of mismatched mugs, a lava lamp that hadn't worked since 1999, and a collection of VHS tapes I was convinced would be vintage cool any decade now. I was just about to settle into a lawn chair with a cup of coffee when I heard a commotion from Mr. Hill's driveway that sounded like someone had mixed a heated auction with a game show. It turns out someone had spotted Mr. Hill's lawn gnome, a chipped, slightly sun-bleached figure who had been perpetually caught mid-wink since before the internet was a thing, and mistook it for a rare artifact. Rumor spread faster than Mrs. Thompson's cat could climb a tree, and soon there was a crowd forming around Mr. Hill's lawn. People were whispering about how it might be an ancient relic from a lost civilization or crafted by a renowned artist who was known for slightly creepy garden ornaments. Mr. Hill, never one to miss an opportunity, decided to play along, standing on a makeshift podium made out of an overturned milk crate, entertaining bids with the charisma of a seasoned auctioneer. The bidding war that ensued was nothing short of legendary. Mrs. Rodriguez offered her entire collection of artisanal cheeses, while Tom, the aspiring tech mogul from down the street, threw in a year's worth of free tech support, which, honestly, was probably worth more than the gnome itself. As the offers grew increasingly outlandish, Mr. Hill was having the time of his life, egging them on with phrases like, "Oh, this gnome once graced the gardens of Versailles. And why, it may even hold the secret to eternal gardening prowess." I watched, sipping my coffee, marveling at how a chunk of painted concrete had become the centerpiece of the most entertaining garage sale in modern history. Finally, just as someone offered a weekend getaway to their beach house, Mr. Hill called it, "sold." To the gentleman with the surfboard for a weekend of sun, sand, and gnome. The crowd erupted into laughter, and the artifact was handed over with much ceremony. As the new owner triumphantly carried his prize down the street, Mr. Hill, with a twinkle in his eye, quipped, "Well, folks, that's one way to get your gnome and leave it too."